Boy. Car. Toasties. Clink. So, welcome. I'm here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, if you're not new here, what's up, gang? Ew, I don't like how I just said that. That's no. What's up? Hi. Hello. Love you. So, I have a little bit of white wine, Moscato, if you will, that I'm sipping on. I'm not sipping on it anymore. It's actually just really here for the aesthetic because I was sipping on it earlier. Ooh, and I felt so good. I felt so good. Yeah. First of all, it's 2:44 in the morning. Where did the time go? Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Y'all saw that? What was that? No, y'all saw that. Oh my god. Okay, this might sound stupid because I know that we have face recognition. So it would make sense that your phone is taking, you know, scanning your face and taking a photo. But, like, why does this look so scary? Nah, this is spyware. Nah. See, and this is why I was going to show you what I was going to show you. See, old school. I be taking it back sometimes. You have to, because, I mean, granted, I'm using a computer. I have an iPhone. I had to get rid of Alexa because she was creeping me out. But I had to getting back like the physical electronics, the ones that aren't just on the phone and stuff like that. I had to go back to the old school because this, I know for a fact this ain't listening to me. Okay? Go get you an old school alarm clock. Anyways, Moscato. Okay, so I was sipping on this earlier and I was feeling really good and I was listening to some of my mirrors, like unreleased. I was listening to some of my unreleased music and it's been such a long time since I had some wine. Bro, okay, I'm gonna go into a little yap session real quick before I get into the meat and potatoes of what I really want to talk about. Okay, so the last time I had a drink was maybe like 2 weeks ago. I had a drink. I was at a club, but honestly, when I go out to clubs, I don't even drink. Like I have graduated to peak soberness because I really feel like being sober is fun. Like, granted, being drunk is fun too. Let's be honest. But like being sober, I just learned how to really like just be on a sober high, be soberly drunk. You get what I'm trying to say? So I had a drink because it was ladies' night. You get a free drink. So I just got one with a friend. But honestly, it wasn't really that strong. I didn't really feel it. You know, when they try to give you free drinks, it's watered down anyways, a whole bunch of ice, this little bit of liquor. So it didn't do nothing for me. I think the last time I had some liquor was maybe like 2 months ago, 2 months ago maybe, when my cousin had came down. Oh, I was toe up. I was a little drunk. I was a little drunk on that one. But ever since then, your girl's been pretty much sober. So, I don't know, something about tonight, I was just like, oh, by the way, so I'm home alone. Oh, let me not say that. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know where I live, so. Or do y'all? I'm just kidding. What was I going with this? What was I saying? No, my parents are out of town. I stayed home because I used work as an excuse, but truthfully, my social battery was just gone. Like, I did not feel like going to see my family. I did not feel like kind of being surrounded by people. And plus, I was working, so I also used that as like my main excuse. But truthfully, like, I just want to stay home. Sorry, mom and dad, if you see this. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I just want to stay home. So today, and I was jamming out to some of my music. I didn't go anywhere. I had plans to go somewhere, but I stayed my ass home because I just didn't want to go anywhere anymore. And I made me some pasta and some french fries, homemade. And I was just having a ball, me and my dog, like literally chilling. So, long story long, why do I keep doing that with my tongue? Keep your tongue in your mouth. Where am I going with this? Long story long, I was listening to my music and I was like, you know what, I'm feeling like I'm in the mood for some wine. And my mother, thank you mother, had a chilled peach semi-sweet Moscato up in a mini fridge. And I poured me some. I had a nice little glass. I poured me a little bit more, but obviously, like I said, I'm not gonna finish it because I've had enough. I had a really good, nice little wine drunk for a little bit. That's all I really needed. But like I said, it's here for aesthetic. So boom, get this. This is where my mindset was today as I was walking my dog. I need to really, like in this season that I'm in, I just feel like I really need to start practicing the art of so what? So what? And particularly with my music. Okay. Some of y'all don't know that I do music. And as the iconic queen, what is she? Hold on, actually, what is she? As the queen of neo soul once said, and in her art form of Baduism, I'm sensitive about my shit.
Now keep in mind that I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Okay, and personally, that's how I feel with my music. Like, I get so sensitive about my shit, and it's because I let people get in, well, I don't let people get in my head. I get in my own head of how I think people will react to my music, right? So I was just having this conversation with my friend the other day, and I was just like, bro, I was just like, I really need to practice the art of saying so what, specifically about my music, because I find that it's a constant pattern within my journey of music making, is that I get really kind of sensitive. I get really insecure. I get really shy. I get really like, kind of like, about my stuff. And I hold a lot of my music closer to my heart because I really don't know how people are going to react to it sometimes. But it's so crazy and it's so ironic. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not. Because I was about to say, well, I wish I could have the same mindset about how I do YouTube or how I make my other content. But truth be told, I also do kind of hold back on my YouTube content. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few videos that I recorded, like 40 minutes worth of content and videos, and I'm like halfway through like editing, and I'm just like, nope, I don't think they're gonna like it. Boop. But more, that really is like, I don't personally like it. Like, I just feel like midway through the video, I'm like, okay, nah, like, I can do this better. I have a different idea in my head. I'm like, you know what? You know what I mean? But with my music, I just really want to get at a place where I'm just like, so what? I feel like in the past, I've gotten to a place like that before, and I actually did this little, like, I did this like little like experiment with myself where I was like, okay, one of my issues is a lot of times if I don't really pressure myself to, I will not finish the whole song. Okay, that's number one. All right, so I don't finish a lot of my songs. So one of my ways to kind of like help with that problem was like, why don't I just do a 1 minute song, 60 seconds. I ain't gotta do the whole song. The whole beat is 2 minutes, but all I need is 60 seconds, you know? Work smarter, not necessarily harder. So I did that maybe like last year. I think I only made like, I really want to say 1 video, but I think I made like 2 videos, but I don't really know. But I made like 1 video. No, I made 2 videos. I did make 2 videos. I made 2 videos and I loved it because there were songs that were really short. I didn't finish, but I had like, you know, a good amount of it. And one thing that I also love to do is I love to like film videos. I mean, case in point, but I love to also like make storytelling visuals with my music too, right? I find myself wanting to get back to that feeling that I had when I did that, when I was in my experimental phase of literally just saying like, here you go, I'm proud of it, I really love it, I'm finna also give you fire ass visuals and just throw it at your face. I don't care how many likes I get, I don't care how many comments I get. Honestly, I'm kind of like in that mode now with social media, period. Like almost anything that I post, I kind of like don't really give a fuck about. But like I said, when it comes down to my music, I'm a little bit more sensitive about my shit. I get sensitive. I really do. When is it right now? What are we in right now? Right now we're in November 28th, right? It's November 28th. We have about 1 more month left of the year, a little bit shy of 1 more month until it's 2026. Like, where the fuck did that year go? I don't fucking know. But we got like literally about 1 month into the end of the year. And I'm like, you're going to put out something. I need to put out something. Because I really do also miss that version of myself that wasn't so scared to put out what I created, because I love to create. But when I start to get in my head, a whole domino effect of procrastination and second guessing and doubting and, you know, postponing stuff, it just follows suit. And I'm just kind of sick of being in that spot right now. With that being said, very soon, you shall see me, like speaking to my future self, Yakira, and everybody else as a witness who's watching this, you shall see that I will be putting out music. Now listen, it ain't gonna be a full EP, not yet. It's not gonna be a full EP, it's not gonna be a full album. But I'm really ready to kind of just showcase what I used to do back in the day. And just like, I have so many unreleased songs, bro, that's just sitting up in my phone. And I just kind of just want to release the shackles of whatever I be feeling that makes me just like hold on to it so tight. I just want to let it go. I still feel like I owe myself to put it out regardless. Like, that is a service to myself. That's where I'm at. That's just where I'm at right now. And look, I'm going to pull out seats. Boom. PowerPoint. These are payments that I gotta pay. Don't mind that. Over here on this side, and also in my notes on my phone. But I like to have physical things, I'm not gonna lie. That's another thing that if you don't know about me, I am very much kind of like an old school person. I like having physical things. Like, although having a phone is nice and stuff, give me the real deal calendar. Give me the real deal, alarm clock. Give me the real deal notepad. Because my notes just be like, piling up and piling up and piling up, and barely 9 times out of 10 I don't even be going back to checking those for real. Anyways, this right here is proof that I do have a vision for my music, and that I do want to put out an EP of, I think it's 5 songs that I have locked up in the vault. It's not like I have a lot of work to do. It's not like I'm working from scratch. So I also don't understand what's taking me so damn long. Oh my god, look at my muscles. Bro, I've been getting back in the gym. Side note, since this is just a yap sesh, I'm working at a yoga studio, and the yoga studio, we don't only host like yoga classes with the instructor and stuff, but it's also like high intense workouts, and it's also in an infrared heated room. So I get to take my classes for free. And like, baby, I think I have like 7 classes down. What? The stomach is getting there. But we've been working on our core and all that type of stuff. But like, you could just see it in the arms, baby. You could just see it in the arms. Ooh, and I've always been a pretty muscular girl, like since birth, really. Quite literally. I've been strong pretty much all my life. Back to the PowerPoint presentation at hand. This is just one example of the proof that I need to prove to myself that I can do what I need to do musically and just showcase it. Literally, this is going to be the season of so what? I just need to literally repeat that to myself. So what? Because I really do miss putting out stuff. And I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I truly deserve to put out my creations. Because hoarding them doesn't feel good. It feels so good releasing them. And then, it's even better when I make a little video to my song. And then I just get to sit and rewatch it 100,000 times. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but literally one of my favorite things to do, like literally on this planet, is stalk my damn self. Literally. I will go on my Instagram page 10 times out of the day and just scroll and just look at myself. Just look at myself. And especially when it's attached to some music too. Ooh, I just love that little... I love when I do that. Other than that, I hope y'all are good, and I hope that y'all are having like a good November month overall and are going to have a blessed and abundant December. I mean, hello, let's claim it. Hello. So, yeah. It's 3:10. Your girl gotta go to bed.